What is going on, everybody? It is me, the King of Bongstyle, Ragethelunatic, right here on the King of Bongstyle channel for episode 1 of Shooting with Rage. Today, my very special guest is my friend from Foulmouth Network, Mr. Foulmouth Ken. What's going on, Ken?
What's up, Mr. Rage?
Not too much, man. Another day, another dollar. Living in the shy. What's going on good in New York, man?
Same old shit. Rainy day, rainy Friday.
We got rain in New York, and we got bodies dropping in Chirac, left and fucking right.
Yeah.
It's fucked up, man. But hey, have you seen what the fuck Sammy Sosa has done to himself?
Dude, did he fucking dip himself in battery acid or something? Like, what the fuck is going on with this guy?
I don't know if it's battery acid or what the fuck, but what's fucked up about this is, I don't know, I tried looking everywhere for an explanation from him on fucking why. I can't find a fucking thing, dude. What do you think? What do you think's the reason?
Well,
I have a reason, I think.
Yeah.
I have two theories, but what do you think?
Well, originally when I seen this was a while back, and I researched it, and they said that he had some kind of like disease that this leads to that pigmentation of the skin, especially if you're dark skinned. And I heard that that's what it was, but I mean, I don't know if that's true or not.
Now, didn't they say something like that years ago with Michael Jackson as well?
Yeah, I mean that's what it was blamed on, but a lot of people said that Michael was going and actually having this done on purpose.
Right. Yeah, they said that. It was documented that that's what happened, but
yeah.
I don't know if this guy just soaked himself in Clorox bleach or
what the fuck this dude did, because it looks like a fucking just like a different type of Sammy Sosa. It's like a white Sammy Sosa.
Oh my god.
It's fucking weird, man.
How do you just go? Like, have you ever thought of
he's whiter than fucking Mark McGuire, for Christ's sake, now, and he's a fucking redhead.
Oh my god, throw a fucking big ass goatee on him and a fucking baseball cap.
He's gonna
oh my god.
They could switch spots now.
Oh my god. Together they could probably hit like 4 home runs now.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, so look at Sammy Sosa looks like. Do you see this fucking picture? Look at him in a pink fucking hat. He's like got a fucking a James from DatassPodcast fucking fedora. Don Flamingo. There you go. You know what he looks like, bro? He looks like fucking Terrence Howard. He looks like Terrence Howard screwed Pinky and Roach from fucking Next Friday, and out comes the Sammy Sosa White.
The fuck is going on?
Hey, it's the pale pink panther. Hey, that's what happens when you take steroids. You rise to the top. Exactly, you get caught, and you don't even want to be recognized by the people in your home fucking country.
Fucking poor guy, man. What a disgrace that era was, like fucking looking back on it now, it's like, what a joke we all lived through. If you're a baseball fan, I was the biggest baseball fan growing up, bro. That's all I wanted to do. I wanted to be a fucking WWE wrestler. I'm gonna say WWF because I'm from the old school. I wanted to be a WWF superstar, or I wanted to be a baseball player. All right, and I was a little more into hockey, but baseball was a close second to me. I think I was so into it. One, my grandpa, of course. We're getting off track, but my grandpa got me into it, but I was good at it. Like, I was fucking really good at it. Yeah, I played Little League my whole life. I was pretty good at it, too. And I think if you're good at something, you're more into pro or anything, but like... Oh, no. But... That's so fucked up, man. I once dreamed when I was a kid of being like a pro baseball player. Then like when I hit like 50, I would just, try to fucking dip myself in a battery acid and become a black man. Yeah, I wanted to fucking change the color of my skin somehow. That's what I was actually gonna ask you that. Like, with these people doing this, like, have you ever just woke up and been like, man, I think I want to be black? Yeah. Like, I mean, I don't know if Sammy woke up one day and was like, you know what, man, I think I'm going to fucking dip myself for the next 5 days in a row. I'm going to just dip my fucking body downstairs in the basement of my... Battery acid has been very good to me. Not this battery acid. It makes me turn into the white guy I've always wanted to be. Oh, my God. You know what he looks like? He looks like a Pepto-Bismol spokesperson. He looks like a fucking, I don't know what the fuck, man. It's just a weird looking bastard he turned.
He looks like an unbrushed tongue.
I've had such love for him when I was a kid, younger, and I did appreciate what I saw back then. But I mean, like I said before, looking at it now, it's like a big fucking joke. All these guys were juiced the fuck out.
Oh, man, I'm from Chicago. I saw Sammy play when he was on the White Sox when he was 142 pounds soaking wet. And then all of a sudden I see him at Wrigley a couple of years later, and this motherfucker's 230, and he's jacking 60 homers a year. I'm like, something ain't right. And now he's white. Something ain't right. I tell you, that guy's been fucked since the get-go. He looks fucked now. He's never going to get in the Hall of Fame. He can eat a fucking dick. He cheated baseball, and he can fuck off. He's part of the reason baseball's fucking still dead.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it'll forever have that scar, man, and they're just now starting to get the game back to what it might have been if nobody was cheating, and you're supposed to have some fucking integrity, you know what I mean? It's baseball. It's been an American pastime for fucking almost 200 fucking years, like, and to have it tainted like it was, it just. So I mean, I don't feel bad for the guy. So looking at him, I'm like, if it's a disease, yeah, that sucks. But if he's dipping himself into fucking whatever the fuck he's dipping himself into, then he's a real fucking weirdo. You know?
That's what I'm saying now. I think it was Canadian Basement. He sent me I posted something that I'm gonna be shooting on this later, and he had posted a picture of Sammy Sosa holding Clorox bleach, and I thought it was just a picture, but it was a GIF, and all of a sudden his whole face just turned white. I was like, oh my God.
I love the Clorox bleach. I buy it in boxes worth, and I go downstairs and I pour it all over myself. 40 home runs, 50 home runs, 60 home runs.
Do you ever think he'll get in the Hall of Fame?
Never.
Do you think he should?
No, I don't think so. I don't think he should.
I am with you.
If that was real, then I'd be like, fuck yeah. He should have been in already. But the fucking dude cheated, man. Look at Anderson, Brady Anderson. He played on.
Oh my God!
You know, like the guy smacked out fucking 60 home runs one year. One year,
out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's like
as a leadoff
guys, they were fake. They were fake. So I can't see something fake going into the Hall of Fame.
Mark McGwire, he could have been one of the best. No, Mark McGwire, Barry Bonds.
Yeah, well, Barry Bonds, see, man, he had a fucking Hall of Fame career before he started taking the steroids.
But that's the thing, he did. If you're gonna punish these other guys for doing something, you got to do it.
I wouldn't let him in either, man. Fuck him.
Barry Bonds. I'm sorry, bro. You could grow your body and your mass, but your head, your skull does not grow.
It was the size of a Mardi Gras float by the time you retired.
His hat size went up like 4 sizes from the time he went from Pittsburgh to San Francisco.
When your skull is growing at a rapid rate and you're a grown ass man, there's something not right.
I'm surprised Barry Bonds has not turned himself white.
I'm surprised Barry Bonds isn't in the movie Up as one of the fucking balloons in it. Because just the fucking head on that dude was like ridiculous, man. It was like a massive cranium.
Now, do you think someone ever is going to put together, you know how like wrestling and other sports have separate Hall of Fames? Like you got the NFL Hall of Fame, but then you got like a pro football, Hall of Fame.
I know what you're saying.
Do you think one day that one of these assholes are going to organize something that's just like a baseball Hall of Fame that has nothing to do?
You know what? And it won't have the allure of the Baseball Hall of Fame, which I'm going to very soon.
Are you really?
Yeah, we're going down there, me and the Filthy Mouth Gamer, to get Pete Rose's autograph.
Oh, now that guy should be in the Hall of Fame. I don't give a fuck.
Well, I mean, you know what? I don't think he should be either. Honestly, that's the way I feel about it, because when he was just ready about a year ago, he was going to get in. There was no doubt about it. With this new commissioner came in, the door was open. They brought him in and they interviewed him. And when they interviewed him, they asked him, would you ever bet on baseball again? And he was like, fuck yeah. And they were like, okay, we're done.
Did he really?
He don't care. He don't care.
Wow. That man had over 4,000 hits in his, I think 4,200 or something hits in his career. No one will ever catch that, man.
Dude, the guy
you know who would have caught that if he would have came to and played in America sooner? Is Ichiro Suzuki.
Yeah, I don't like how they add Suzuki's stats from fucking Japan onto his shit. I think that's so fucking lame. He didn't do it in Major League Baseball. It shouldn't be added onto his fucking stats.
Now, I have no problem with them when he goes into the Hall of Fame, which he will and he deserves to be, rightfully so.
Yeah, he should be in there.
When he goes in the Hall of Fame, I don't mind on his plaque at the bottom them saying, hey, he also played, 10 or 11 seasons in Japan, won the MVP. Put all his accolades from Japan. That's fine. I have no problem with that. But you don't add it to the stats like, he's got 4,100 hits combined between. No, you don't do that shit. How many Major League Baseball hits does he have? That's what we want to know. And we totally got off subject, but I don't really fucking care. We're just talking baseball. But
yeah, I mean, hey, this is Sosa's culture, man. He was before he took the steroids, he was a decent player too, man. Sosa. So it's like these guys all fucking wanted to take it to the next level, and
now I have this theory.
Now, like Sosa.
Exactly. That's what's fucked up, and maybe it is all the drugs and steroids that they did.
Remember Rafael Palmeiro sitting in fucking front of Congress?
Oh,
saying,
I will never. Oh, bro, I will never forget that. I was actually sitting at home watching SportsCenter, waiting for that shit to come on, and I will never forget that fucking mustache motherfucker pointed his fucking finger and said, "I have never." And then 2 weeks later, got popped for a fucking. Oh, dude,
that was hard.
Talk about having fucking pie on your face, bro. He fucking. Oh my god.
Instant karma.
That is instant fucking karma. Now, I got a question for you. What would Ryback say about Sammy Sosa?
Let me tell you something, man. This guy is like one of my best friends, okay? I weightlift with this guy, and I watch him pour acid on himself every day, all right? And it's a good thing. He wants to be white, let him be white, okay? Let him stand on a fucking pit of Skypes. You understand what I'm saying here? I love the guy. I think if he wants to be red, he could fucking dye himself red. You got a problem with it?
Sammy Sosa being red. He's the fucking, he'd be like Flash, but he can't run.
Indian.
There you go.
He wants the Indian next.
I think if Sammy Sosa tried to run now, his fucking legs would probably fall apart.
You know what I'd love to do? Get a bunch of those old motherfuckers that were good at one point. Like, just keep naming guys from like the 90s and the late 80s, right? And just put them out there. Let's see what they could do now.
That would be...
Old Timers Day, how the Yankees do it. They do the Old Timers Day all the fucking time. These old guys come in.
They don't do like fast pitch. They probably do like some slow pitch.
No, well, they're all pitching and they're all playing against each other. So it's like if you're fucking 60, you're playing against 60-year-olds. You know what I mean? So it's like kind of evens out. But what they should do is the baseball All-Star game. What did you think of that game? Did you watch it? Did you have? You know what?
I actually watched I caught like the first 5 innings. I saw Chris Sale smoking some people early on the first 2 innings.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I think the National League won, right?
American League did actually for I think the 5th year in a row. And you know what's fucked up? They're calling this kid Judge that plays on the Yankees. He's about 75 games into his career. They're calling him the face of baseball.
Not too soon. I know exactly who you're talking about. I actually fucking drafted him on one of my fucking teams for MLB The Show. And he's
that's awesome to have him. You know?
He's a stud.
Yeah, he is.
But it's too soon, and the pitchers are gonna fucking figure him out.
That's what I was just gonna say. You've seen it before, man. I mean, maybe not on this level because he did break an 87-year-old record on the Yankees for most home runs by a rookie.
Right.
Which is they've had a million good players, so it says a lot about him. But once these pitchers find out where to get this kid, I guarantee you, whether it be next year, and it probably will be next year, you aren't going to see his numbers looking like that. Because if he keeps that up, he's going to fucking be a legend at the rate he's going.
I agree, and it's not going to happen. And it's we see it, and it's a term used in baseball called a sophomore slump.
Yep.
And that sophomore slump is the result of what you were saying of pitchers figuring them out. Nowadays, with technology, man, they could sit in the dugout between innings and look on a tablet and be like, "That's right." They could throw a home run. You could throw a home run, Ken. Come back to the dugout. I'm your coach. All right, hey, here's what you did wrong. Look at your pitch. You tipped your fastball, whatever.
It's instant, man.
So that's how it goes. But man,
but nobody's figured him out yet. But listen, we'll see what happens. I mean, I think it's a little too soon to call him the face of baseball. If you want to call him the face of the Yankees, that's fine because the Yankees for the last couple of years haven't had great, too good of a team, even though they did make the fucking playoffs. But
it seems like they haven't given a shit since Steinbrenner passed, man.
Yeah, it does seem different, and take it from me firsthand. I live here. I read the paper every day. The Yankees are talked about every single day, whether it be the off season and the middle of fucking January or in the middle of July.
Same thing in Chicago with the Cubs, but the Yankees are in our papers all the time. They're nationwide, man. Kind of like you go anywhere, Blackhawks are popular in any fucking state.
To
Any state you go to, you're gonna see Blackhawks
I'm a fucking
fans.
Met fan, so it's just sickening to me about the Yankees. I mean, I just can't stand them.
I thought for a minute they were gonna trade DeGrom. It sounded like for a minute to the Cubs, but they went and got the White Sox pitcher instead. They got Quintana yesterday from the White Sox.
Oh yeah, the Mets did.
No, the Cubs did from the White Sox. They got Quintana.
The Cubs got them. Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I thought you said DeGrom.
DeGrom was almost going to the Cubs or the White Sox. They were working on.
Yeah,
they were working with both of them.
Mets have fucking injuries out the ass. It's like every other fucking year that they get hit with this.
That
like
happens every year with
injuries. It's crazy.
It does. I got another subject for the Sammy Sosa thing I want to get into real quick.
Yeah.
And this is comparing it to Michael Jackson. Now, what's fucked up about this? I want to ask you who wore it better before you answer that, Ken. Now we'll start on the right, even though I put the picture on the right. Oh yeah, we'll start on the right. 1977, that's Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Okay, and then 2006.
The good-looking black man, 1977, man.
Yeah, you looked like James with an afro.
He's a good-looking dude.
You know? But from 77 to 2006, there's his change. Now, Sammy Sosa proved that you can go from 140 pounds and not being able to hit a home run to 230 pounds and hit 60 home runs. He also mastered the art of turning white faster, because there's him in 1998, and there's him today.
Yeah.
So listen,
it's freaky. I don't think he was even this shade of white in 2010. Believe it or not, because he's really got white.
I actually wrote down on my notes earlier. I was gonna say I swear that the Cubs had him come to Wrigley a couple years ago and kind of just like welcome him back into the Cub family. And I swear he was still black. I think it was like 2 seasons ago.
Yeah, I mean this is recent. I know I saw it at least a year and a half ago when he first started changing colors, and it was like. It was noticeable because I researched it. I saw this whole thing about it, the before and after. So I know it was at least 2 years ago he started doing it. But before then, when I researched it, I went back. I was like, damn, this dude looks like he just started changing colors. You know?
That's what's fucked up about it, because I'm thinking like Michael did it over a very long period of time.
Yeah.
Okay. And he did it so quick. So maybe you're right. Maybe it was battery acid, or, Sammy Sosa, like I said, he figured out how to he figured out how to hit home runs faster, so he figured out how to fucking change his color faster.
Maybe it was the fucking steroids.
Maybe he owes the Puerto Rican mobsters money, and that's why he's trying to change his appearance. That was one of my theories, because that's happened, man.
Skip out. Yeah.
Honestly, I'm still not convinced on the Chris Benoit tragedy. I'm still convinced that it was a Dino Bravo situation. I don't know if you know who Dino Bravo was.
Yes, I do, and I do know what happened to him.
He was
shot in the back of the head.
Yes, he had ties with the French Canadian mob.
Yep. Yeah.
And guess what? Benoit is from around that area, and they get into wrestlers, and this is what they do: they'll extort wrestlers. And I think it's possible.
Kevin, what's his name? That
Sullivan.
wrestler because he stole that wrestler's wife, man.
Kevin Sullivan, yeah, he stole a woman.
And they were saying like how Kevin Sullivan was all into that fucking like dark fucking magic shit and all that like.
Oh, he's a Satanist.
Yeah,
totally. He is.
Yeah.
He doesn't hide it. Kind of like that Vampiro dude. He's all into voodooism and Satanism. That shit's fucked up, man. You don't want to fuck with that shit. But who do you think wore it better?
I think I don't know, man. That Sosa's one ugly motherfucker. I'm sorry. That's one ugly motherfucker.
This is true.
Ugly motherfucker. So I'd have to go, even though Michael looks like he's got a fucking paper mache nose, I'd have to go with Michael Jackson.
I'm going to totally disagree with you, and I have to completely go the other way.
See, but looks white a little bit with those lips. Sosa looks like a black dude that looks white. Like he got fucked with like some kind of
skin disorder.
He's like, fuck, man.
I'm gonna give it to Sammy, and here's why. Okay.
Sammy got the lips and shit,
But at least Sammy's chin looks the same. His nose looks the same. I bet you put a wig on Sammy,
you'd find him attractive.
You never know. Give me a bottle of tequila, I might go. But no, I got to give it to fucking Sammy, because look at Michael's face in 2006.
Yeah, I know, it's pretty
And
bad.
compared to the one in 77, at least Sammy's fucking nose looks the same. His lips look the same. Fucking, his nose is fucked.
I know. I'm like, what kind of material did they use on your nose? Was it binder paper? Like, what the fuck would they use Why wouldn't they use like at least an aesthetic and like you wonder why some doctor didn't look at Michael at one point and go, listen, man, if I touch your face one more fucking time, it's just gonna cave in. It's just gonna be nothing there. Do you really want that to happen?
Did his nose fall off?
You know, yeah, like his nose fucking fell off. Like somebody should say, dude, I'm gonna stick this fucking brand new prosthetic nose into you like a fucking Mr. Potato Head. I'm gonna pop it right in there and just leave it. Don't fucking touch it. Nobody's working on you no more. You are now banned from plastic surgery. They have to start banning these people from plastic surgery. There's always a doctor out there who's like, yeah, I know how to take a nose off and put one on. I'll take your money. You know what I mean? Like, come on. These doctors gotta fucking draw the line somewhere. You know,
it's money. It's money, bro. Money drives
they're like, yeah, I'll
the country.
What doctor in their right mind would see that nose and go, yeah, I'll work on that fucking thing. Bring it on over. Like, what? Come on, man. You know?
I wonder if he sued the doctor that put his nose that made his nose fall off.
Killed him. He should have thrown him in a grave. That fuck. Because look at that face, dude. I felt so bad for Michael. He was such a good-looking dude at one point in his life. Like, really good-looking guy, man. I know
talented as all hell.
Yeah, I mean, dude. To me, and I'm heavily into music. I've been my whole life. I play the drums. I play the bass a little. Like, I play the piano. I've always loved music. Always been into it my whole life. Always had my favorites. Listen to all kinds of different music. He, by far, is, to me, in my book, the #1 fucking entertainer of all time.
I cannot argue with that at all. It's hard to argue.
World in the 80s. The guy was part of one of the biggest, brother groups of all time. They put out hit after hit after hit after
He was
hit.
the biggest thing since Elvis, bro.
Yeah, without a doubt. He was bigger than Elvis, I think.
Yeah, he was at one point, but he was like that first new thing since Elvis, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's a shame what the fuck happened with that guy as well. Do you think
Sinatra, and that's saying a lot, man, because I hold Sinatra in a high regard.
I am a huge Sinatra fan. I did not know that about you, Ken. That's awesome.
I love Dean Martin, Sinatra.
Me too.
I'm to all
Rat
that
Pack.
Shit. Yep.
Yeah, I love all that shit.
Yep.
You think didn't the doctor that killed Michael Jackson, he went to prison?
Yeah, he went to prison. He's fucking also, they had that, you could sue after and be liable for, the wrongful death shit. They got him for that. They're like, that doctor's fucked. But, honestly, Michael demanded that shit from that doctor. They're saying you're wrong because you shouldn't have been doing what he was telling you to do. But like you just said, anybody would do anything for money. I mean, when you're sitting there and he's like, I'll give you $12 million, you do it right now. Sure, I'll put your ass to sleep in a second, motherfucker.
Give me that fucking nose.
Give me the chloroform where it's at. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm putting you the fuck out right now.
What do you want, battery acid?
You know what I mean? Like, a lot of doctors are going to do that when they hear money. Why do you think they got into that fucking, business to begin with? Because they know it's money. And this guy just took the money and he fucked up, killed him. And, did Michael tell him to do all that? Yeah, he probably fucking told him, give me more, put me to sleep. I want you to fucking do this. And he did it. It was up to him to not do it. But you know what? Like you said before, there's always going to be somebody out there that's going to do it for money. So that's
absolutely.
A dead guy, like Michael Jackson, where people are like, why did this doctor have to do this to him? Well, if it wasn't him, it would have been another one.
See, I am the master of figuring people out, man. And I know exactly why he did it.
Why?
Because he fucking told Michael probably 5, 6, 8 million times, if you ask me for plastic surgery again one more time, motherfucker, I'm going to kill you.
Yeah. I told this motherfucker I was going to kill him.
You can only push someone so far. They will snap, and I've seen it.
The doctor said to himself one day, he goes, look at this motherfucker's face. You know what? Tonight, honey, I got to kill this motherfucker.
Oh.
So he overdosed that ass and just said,
He had enough.
Save this motherfucker from another plastic surgery. I mean, the guy was only not even like fucking 60 years old, for Christ's sake, Michael.
Yeah, exactly.
He looked like his fucking face looked like it was like, made out of fucking tin. I mean, fucking horrific. I mean,
seriously, look at his chin. He looks like a wooden puppet that a fucking ventriloquist, like Jeff Dunham would use.
Should I tell you that my kids don't like to see his face at all? They get spooked out from it. They fucking and they do not like it. But I play his music all the time because I'm a fucking huge Michael Jackson fan. I love his music. I'll never ever not love his music. His music was like some of the best music of all time, Mm-hmm. So my daughters do not like his face. But like I tell them all the time, this was the #1 entertainer of all time, man. Like this guy, no one danced like him, no one sang like him, No
okay.
one, you know?
I got a question for you.
It's a shame, man.
We got a 8-year-old Ken, okay? You get invited to the Neverland Ranch. Are you going?
I'm going, man.
You're going.
I'm going in a second, dude. Let me tell you, I saw that video of him and like Macaulay Culkin and Macaulay's son and everything, his brother, and like even when I was watching videos of him with his kids, like I just don't believe that he's I don't believe everything I heard about him. You know, I know he's a freak with the face and everything, but I just don't believe everything I hear about him. You know.
Well, I mean, you said Macaulay Culkin, and have you seen that fucking dude lately?
That dude looks like a fucking like a 6'4" rat.
It's fucked up. He looks all skinny and fucked up. He kind of looks like he's trying to be Michael Jackson.
He might have changed into him.
Dude, I mean, seriously, like, this is bad.
Yeah, dude.
They ain't going to be able to see it on the screen because I didn't add it, but you could probably see it right now. Look at him right there. That's so
Those two were on top of the world back then, man.
Oh, yeah. He had Home Alone. And look at he's like, oh, I'll get you Home Alone at the Neverland Ranch.
Why do you think they fucking called it Neverland Ranch? Because they fucking never went again. Because the first
oh, my God.
Fucked. You know?
That's so messed up.
Neverland, because you ain't never going to tell anybody what happened here.
That's great. All right, well, hey, Ken, I got some shit I got to take care of the rest of the evening. I just want to say thank you so much for being my first guest on this new endeavor I'm trying to do, Shooting with Rage. And I do have an announcement. I spoke to someone this afternoon. My second guest, I'm not sure when we're going to do it. My second guest will be Mr. Billy Ricky.
Fuck yeah! Wow!
I don't know what we'll shoot on yet, but we're going to come up with something, so make sure you guys check that out. Ken, again, I want to thank you so much for being my first guest, bro. I fucking love you, dude. I appreciate you so much. And make sure you guys check out Foulmouth Network every Wednesday and Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern time, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct, Ken?
Yep, that's right.
All right. And you can follow him at FoulmouthKen and at Foulmouth Network on Twitter, so make sure you guys check them out. Again, Ken, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yo,
no doubt, man. Thanks for having me, and I look forward to watching more of your shit, man.
All right, brother. Well, we'll talk soon. I'll probably talk to you on Saturday, my friend.
All right, dude.
That was Foulmouth Ken of the Foulmouth Network. Thanks again for tuning in to Shootin' with Rage. Join me next time where my guest will be Mr. Billy Ricky. Go check out Billy Ricky on YouTube if you want a good redneck laugh. I am the King of Bongstyle, Ragethelunatic. See you!